It's May 5th, 2026. Over the past video series, we have examined the structure of prosecution and the role of prosecutors. We have looked at incentives, charging decisions, plea bargaining, immunity, courtroom narrative, and the shifting burden of proof. And we now arrive at a necessary conclusion. The role of a prosecutor in its proper form is not to secure convictions. It is to seek justice. That means fairness. That means disclosure. That means restraint. That means protecting the integrity of the process, even when it does not favor the state. And if a man or a woman chooses to serve as a prosecutor, as a professional, then what should we expect? We should expect that in accordance with their moral makeup, if they are moral people, with their ethics, that they would want to prosecute only those who are truly guilty. We would expect full disclosure, full discovery, without delay, without obfuscation, without avoidance. We would expect a genuine effort to arrive at the truth carefully, deliberately, and without error. Because this is not just a job, this is a responsibility that affects lives, reputations, and freedom. And if that responsibility is taken seriously, then the question becomes very simple. Is it too much to expect that a legal professional would adhere to a standard of decency, of fairness, of truth, so that justice is not just claimed, but actually achieved? So that they may rest at night with peace of mind and peace of heart, knowing that what was done was right and just and true. Let it be so. But what we see in practice is something different. Not in every case, but often enough that it cannot be ignored, because the structure itself creates pressure to charge, pressure to win, pressure to resolve cases quickly. And under that pressure, the process can begin to shift from truth to outcome, from evidence to narrative, from fairness to strategy. Now ask yourself this: what is it that the average American fears about the system? It is not the idea of law itself. It is the perception that once you are inside that very system, you are no longer on equal footing, that the case may be shaped long before you have the opportunity to be heard. And when that perception becomes widespread, it is no longer just a legal issue. It is a crisis of confidence. Now, to be clear, there are prosecutors who take their duty seriously, who act with integrity, who uphold the standard. I've met one or two. But the concern is not about individuals, it's about structure. Because when a system consistently produces outcomes that raise questions, the structure must be examined, not defended. And that is where we are, because the question is no longer theoretical, it is practical. What happens when that structure is applied to a real case? In the next video, we're going to examine exactly that, a real situation, a real prosecution, a real tragedy. And we're going to walk through it step by step, not emotionally, not reactively, but structurally, so that you can see what is happening and why, and so that we can prevent this from happening in the future. And as always, may truth reign supreme.